Now that we're in 2025, let's rank the games that I played last year. And this year's just gonna be peak. GTA 6, Doom the Dark Ages, come on. And we're also gonna get Stranger Things Season 5, Squid Game Season 3. I don't think this year's can get any better. And Borderlands 4, y'all know how much I like Borderlands. So, starting, the worst game that I played last year was Modern Warfare 3. To no surprises, that game took me an hour to finish, and the storyline was mid, the gameplay was mid. The multiplayer is not actually that bad. Warzone was bad, but that was it. The only good thing was multiplayer. Campaign was actually so lackluster. It had nothing in it. And it's like the game would have been better if there was no campaign. Next, Garden of Banban 3. Now don't ask why I played this game. It was just really cheap and I needed Xbox achievements, so I needed to rank up that gamer score. And I got this game. It was like $3. It was bad. It took me about 30 minutes to finish. And it wasn't really a fun time. It was just more, push that button, take that enemy, walk there, push that button, open the door, scan with your drone. And that was it. That was the whole game for a whole 1 hour, 30 minutes. Next, Donut Country. I finished the game on the Nintendo Switch for fun, and then I got it on my Xbox for the Gamerscore achievements, which is not actually that hard. So it's good because it's on Game Pass, and it's not even that bad, to be honest. This is where the games start getting good, and I kind of like this one. It was like a chill game. I could finish it in like an hour, and I finished it in a day. But it was a really good game. Next, Unpacking. This game, in the beginning, it's hard because you have no idea what to do. Later, this game is really fun, and I got hooked to it. I finished it in like a week. The achievements are really good. I 99%ed it because this one coffee achievement won't work for some reason. But for the rest, I got all the achievements, and it was a good game. It was a really fun little game. It was not hard to beat. Good gamer score, achievements. It was not bad. It's if you have Game Pass, and you just want like a cozy indie game, you should play it. Next, this game took me so long to finish just because it was boring, really. The first 75% was so boring, but the last was really good. SpongeBob Truth of Square. And I know this game is like so old, but the beginning of it in the middle was just so bad. I didn't even feel like it was a game. It was just like telling a story of SpongeBob. At that point, just watch SpongeBob. But for the end and the boss fight and like the last little levels, it was actually pretty fun. It wasn't bad. I liked the gameplay. The camera controls kind of sucked a lot, but it was fun. It was fun seeing the different characters, the stuff you could collect, the achievements. The Easter eggs were actually pretty fun too. They were cool. I mean, they were nothing like Call of Duty Easter eggs, but they were still cool. And I mean, I wouldn't recommend you buying it like I did, but I don't know, if you just have $5 burning in your pocket, then I guess why not. Next, Shredder's Revenge. The only reason why it's this low is because the next games are just way better. But this game was actually so good. I love this game so much. And I finished it with my family, and it was amazing. I love that game. I never was a fan of like Ninja Turtles or whatever. But this game was actually really fun. And it was hard. And I played it in normal mode, and it was hard. Arcade mode, that was impossible. The achievements, really good achievements from it. Lots of gamer score. That's really most of why these games are so ranked either high or low, really. Like Modern Warfare 3, the gamer score was so low, the achievements sucked. But Shredder's Revenge, it was really good. And just the gameplay, really. It was a really fun, high top 2D game, pixel, It was fun, it was good. And next, Far Cry 6. This is the newest Far Cry game, and hopefully the only bad Far Cry game. Cause man, I was so hyped up when this game released, and I installed it. I played the first 3 missions, and I just didn't feel it. And I waited all the way for 2023, and then I finished it. And I gotta say, it was so bad. I said the first two thirds. Same thing with like the SpongeBob game. They were just so bad. It was terrible. But the end was amazing. Like the last missions and everything, the boat mission, that was peak. That was peak Far Cry. That was amazing. And the DLC, really what carried was the DLC. The DLC was the best. I loved the DLC so much. It was a million times better than the actual game. I like Castillo, sort of. He just didn't appear that much. And the ending of it was just so mid. Like, killed his son and killed himself. Like, what the hell? That was no ending. That was just death. Like, it was so bad. It was still okay, I'd say. Next, Hi-Fi Rush. This game holds a special place in my heart. But man, that thing was so good. A beat game is always good, especially if they do it right with enemies and the bosses and the villains and the side characters. Man, this game was so good. I'm surprised it wasn't a contender of Game of the Year, but this game was so good, man. It was amazing. It released this year. I got it day one, and I don't have complaints. I actually don't have any complaints about the game. I just wish they had more. Like, man, I finished that game kind of quick. It's a 15-hour game, but it's so good. You finish it so quick. I just wish there was more. Maybe a DLC. I don't know. And the JoJo references. The whole game was so good. Next, Borderlands 3. I know I'm top 1 Borderlands Glazer, but Borderlands 3 does not compare to Borderlands 2, and I really hope Borderlands 4 this year is good. Because, man, Borderlands 3, yeah, I still think it's amazing. I mean, look at the list, the games before. We have Far Cry 6, Hi-Fi Rush, all that before Borderlands 3. That's crazy. Even Modern Warfare 3. But Borderlands 3, the story, man, the villains, the characters, I wasn't feeling it, man. It was actually so bad. The story, Borderlands 1 and 2 had an amazing story, amazing characters. Borderlands 3 did not have that. The only reason why it's this high is because of the gameplay. The gameplay, if you just turn off dialogue, the gameplay is peak. That is peak Borderlands game. That is peak any gameplay. This is better than any game that I've played in gameplay, really. Like in the 3D, the models, the action, that was peak. There's no better than this. But the story and just the dialogue and the characters, no, man. Next, Far Cry Blood Dragon. In this Far Cry Blood Dragon, I watched the series. The series was so good. Man, I love the series so much. In the game too, like, come on, not only do you have a good game but a good series. That thing was so good. The game, it was really fun, and it's difficult. Don't say it's easy. It is really short though. It was only about 5 hours, but man, the last 1 to 2 hours that game is so good. The bosses, the villain, the end, him and his girl. Man, the dragons, the little ninja star that you get that blows up everything. That was so good. I just couldn't complain. The story was good. The gameplay was good. Really, the worst thing about it is that it's short. That's the only bad thing. And yeah, I know it is a DLC to Far Cry 3, but they really had to make it its own game. They really have to make it longer because that was so good. Maybe the series gets an adaptation for a game because I really love the series. And the characters and just the whole game was amazing. It was such a good experience. Next, Borderlands the pre-sequel. Borderlands the pre-sequel is by far the hardest Borderlands game. But you know what's good about it? You get to play as Handsome Jack. That's the only reason why it's this high. No, I'm kidding. The gameplay is good. It's just like Borderlands 2. Of course, the story is not going to be like Borderlands 2. If it was, it would be first place. But it's not. But the story is still really good. I like the characters. I like its difficulty. It's not like Borderlands 3 where you can just finish the whole game without dying once, okay? This game actually gives some challenge, and it's hard. Arcade 5, I was stuck on that for hours. And just the whole game, really, it's good. The gameplay, it's just like Borderlands 2. The story, it's good. You get to see Handsome Jack, and, he was a hero. Like, come on. He was no Griffith. He was no pretending to be a hero, but was actually a villain. No, he was a hero until everyone betrayed him, and then he turned into a villain. But it was just fun to see characters from Borderlands 2. You can see them young and before everything happened. And when Handsome Jack, Lilith, and Roland actually worked together, I thought I would never see that. But that was really cool. And I'm surprised I didn't finish this game before. Next, Doom Eternal. Now, I didn't finish it. 2023, I finished it probably, I want to say 2022, but I replayed it 2023. Did I just say 2023? Nah, 2024. I finished it probably 2023, but I like played it again 2024, and I finished it there again. And if I could, I'd play it again right now. I played it again, and I did for the second hardest difficulty, and like the easiest in the middle. I finished the game so much times, but this game is actually so fun. I can't wait from Doom: The Dark Ages. I already pre-ordered the game, and Doom Eternal is the best Doom game. It's not Doom 2016. It's not the original Doom. It's definitely not Doom 3. It's Doom Eternal. This is peak slash and hack gameplay, demon killing, whatever. This is the real Demon Slayer. And the story doesn't even matter, okay? Now I was saying bad about Borderlands 3 for the story, but Doom, the gameplay is so good that it doesn't need a story. Yes, I did say Borderlands 3 has the best gameplay, but if it doesn't have a good story for games like Borderlands that also focus on story, I mean, there's a whole Telltale series for the story, so Doom doesn't really need a story, and the gameplay is amazing. The DLC, that is so good, and it's actually more than 5 hours. Take notes, Far Cry. And I just keep going back to it. It's like that one game that you just can't delete from your library. That's Doom Eternal. Next, maybe controversial that I put it this low, but Black Ops 2. This is by far the best Call of Duty ever. Okay, it's not the OG Modern Warfare 2. I don't care what you say. This had the best villain Call of Duty ever. Okay, the story was amazing. I finished this in less than 3 days because I was just hooked, man. The gameplay, I mean, this is Call of Duty Black Ops 2. I don't even think I need to explain the gameplay. The story is also good. The missions are fun and they actually make sense. Take notes, Modern Warfare 3. And it was just a really good game, you know. It was just, it's hard to explain, but it was a good balance. Like, it was a perfect balance from story, gameplay, mission, and killing, and like do this side quest. It was a perfect balance. Next we have Cuphead. Now I installed this game 2023. I only started playing 2024 because I tried the first boss, and you know, when you're new to games that are this hard, like, I want to say Souls-like game because Cuphead is definitely not a Souls-like game, but just these games that you die and die over and over. I never played one like that. But then I played Another Craft's Treasure, and I got used to it. So then I hopped on Cuphead, and man, I'm so sad I didn't hop on sooner, because this game is amazing. I finished it 2 times now. This game is, it's so good. I couldn't recommend you Cuphead more. And yes, you're gonna die and die, but then when you kill the boss, oh, it's gonna feel so good. And just the gameplay, the replayability, especially the replayability, the characters, the DLC, this is like one of the second best DLCs ever. The last course, the bosses, the characters that you gotta play as the girl, I forgot her name, but it was just really good, and it was fun. It actually made sense as a DLC, and whatever Modern Warfare 3 was doing, and it was just a really good game that you could just start playing anytime and have a good time. Next, this game is crazy. BioShock. Absolute cinema. This game had one of the best plot twists, right next to Code Geass and Berserk. But for real though, this was so good, man. The story. This is one of the best stories I've ever seen, right next to Breaking Bad. Cause Frank Fontaine, Jack, everything. It was at its peak. I love the map, the characters, and like every enemy is really hard. It feels like a Dark Souls game, cause this is not just like you could kill the enemy in 1 to 2 shots. No, every enemy was like a mini boss, and there was a lot of them sometimes. But you're upgrading your weapon and everything, the story, just finding parts of the map, upgrades, your powers, the little sisters, the big daddies. Those are so cool. And I understand now why this is one of the best games. And I think he even won Game of the Year. Because, damn, this game is amazing. I got BioShock 2 and BioShock Infinity. I gotta finish those now. Because, man, BioShock 1, that was just so good. And next, it might be surprising that I didn't put this in first place, looking at my hours in this game, but Balatro. I know this isn't like a game that you finish, but I mean, I beat the run multiple times, hundreds of, okay, not hundreds, but 50 times probably, and just the mods, everything. Balatro, if you don't know this game, it's a new indie game that released 2024. It was even nominated for Game of the Year. It won lots of awards for a reason. This is the best indie game that was ever made. I don't care what you say. Yes, it's better than Terraria, Stardew Valley, Cuphead, Unpacking, whatever indie game you say, this is better. Balatro is the best game. Numbers go up. Do I need to say more? This card game is so good. And don't think it's poker. It's nothing like poker. The jokers, the gameplay, this. And it's on phone. It's on Nintendo Switch. It's on PlayStation. It's on Steam. You can even get it on Mac. Let's go. Xbox, Switch, phone. Did I mention phone? But for real though, this game is amazing. And I almost thought about putting it first place. But for first place, has to be Borderlands 2. What? Like, come on. I finished it 2023 and all. But I had to replay 2024 at Salvador. And god damn, it did not disappoint. Handsome Jack is the best villain there is. Okay. He's better than any manga, anime, game, series, movies, villain there is. Nothing beats Handsome Jack. Okay. The Vault Hunters are perfect. They're perfect. Some are better than others, of course. But it really depends on your playstyle. Some say that Gage is the worst. But if you use her Infinite Shield, she's not the worst. Anarchy, she's not the worst. Same thing when you use Krieg, Maya. They're all actually balanced if you look at it. In this game, the DLCs too. The DLCs, I finished all of them in a week. The Scarlet one, even the Hammer guy, that was all good. And the buff grandma, that one was funny. The turkey, the snowman, man. This game was just peak at DLCs. Peak. This game has one of the best DLCs, has the best story. So I know I was talking about how good the Breaking Bad story is, but Borderlands 2 story is peak. There's no better than it. There is one better, which is the Bible. But if we're talking about fiction, Borderlands 2 story is peak. There's no better. The gameplay is also amazing. Everything about it is just good. Nothing's beating Borderlands 2. I don't think ever, to be honest. Maybe GTA 6. But we're going to have to wait a few months from that. I hope you guys like this video. If you want me to do more stuff like this, please comment down what you want me to do. I've been playing the Suicide Squad game in Red Dead Redemption 2, and Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, and Asua's Raft, and Bolt Gun. I know a lot of games. And I'm reading Berserk, and 20th Century Boys, and I'm watching Solo Leveling, and I just finished Code Geass. So I gotta talk all about that in my channel. Because, man, I haven't uploaded in so long, and I miss doing YouTube videos, to be honest. I know I have basically no audience. It's just random people that sometimes watch these videos. But I'm grateful for that. I don't care. I could have 20 views per video. But if I'm enjoying it, I'd rather have that than 2,000 per video. Thank you for everything. God bless.